Ever wondered what happens when Minecraft meets astrophysics? Buckle up! Today, we are diving into the science of black holes. Those cosmic vacuums that could suck up entire worlds without even breaking a sweat. Imagine them as the universe's hoppers. Cosmic vacuum cleaners so strong, even light can't escape. But how do these space anomalies actually work? What would happen if you got a little too close? And why does everything we throw at it disappear without trace? Alright, let's dig deep into how black holes are born. Everything starts from a massive star. A star that's at least 10 times bigger than our sun. These giants are cosmic furnaces, constantly burning fuel to keep themselves alive. Here's how it works. Inside the star's core, nuclear fusion is happening. It's kind of crafting heavy elements by smashing lighter ones together, such as hydrogen atoms becoming helium. You could compare it to running 1,000 furnaces, all of them at the same time. This process releases insane amounts of energy, creating an outward pressure that pushes against the star's gravity. As long as there's fuel, there's balance. But what happens when the fuel runs out? In massive stars, fusion continues until it makes iron. But there is a problem. Iron's a buzzkill. Smelting it doesn't release energy, so the star's core starts to stack this iron until eventually the star collapses under its own weight and gravity wins. This marks the moment when the star is reaching the end of its life. When the core collapses, the outer layers of the star explode in a supernova. And if the star is big enough, it leaves behind a black hole. Now let's talk about the event horizon. This is the edge of the black hole, the ultimate no-entry zone. It's not a solid wall, but once you cross it, there's no escape. Even light, which normally travels in straight lines, gets bent towards it. The closer you get, the stronger the pull. And since even light can't escape, black holes appear, well, black. But what about the hole component of it? That, my friends, is what we call the singularity. The core of the black hole, where all the star's mass is squished into an infinitely small, infinitely dense point. Just imagine trying to compress your entire world into one single block. Even scientists aren't really sure what a singularity really is. So, what would happen if you fell into a black hole? I'm just gonna tell you this, it's not going to end well for you. But hey, at least it's going to be educational, right? Say hello to spaghettification. And yeah, that's a real scientific term. Also, it took me like 20 times to pronounce it, so yeah. Basically, you're going to be stretched similar to a creeper before exploding. And in the end, you look like the sad spaghetti noodle that you are. As you probably imagine, not exactly the most comfortable experience. But here's where it gets serious. Black holes don't just stretch the objects, they warp time itself. As you approach the event horizon, time begins to slow down compared to the rest of the universe. In fact, if you would find yourself right at the edge, a second to you might feel like a year, or even a century compared to someone who's still on Earth. This effect is known as time dilation. But let's be real, your biggest concern is probably whether you'll be able to find your items back. You won't. And that's it. Game over for you. Your atoms are squished into oblivion and you become part of the singularity. The tiny, infinitely dense point at the center of the black hole. Basically, you're the newest addition to the universe's most exclusive gravitational club. But what if a black hole isn't just a scary space vacuum? What if the universe had its own version of nether portals? That's essentially what among scientists is called a wormhole. These hypothetical shortcuts through space and time could connect two far-off points in the cosmos, bending the rules of reality as we know them. Picture the galaxy as a giant sheet of paper. If you fold that paper, 2 points on opposite ends can touch. A wormhole acts like a tunnel through that folded paper, connecting those two distant points. Some scientists even speculate that wormholes could allow time travel, making them not just a cosmic shortcut, but a time-bending highway. But here's the catch. wormholes are purely theoretical. We've never seen one, and stabilizing it would require technology far beyond anything we can imagine. So, would you survive falling into a black hole? Nope. But at least you learned about spaghettification, time dilation, and the event horizon along the way. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this journey and want to see more science topic explained in Minecraft,